Hey everybody, it's Jackie from Otherwise, and welcome to my channel. And today we're going to make a cauliflower pizza. So I've been telling all my friends about this. I really love it. I like it much better than a regular pizza. And so I have to make it for them. So here goes. So for the crust, we're going to start with cauliflower. I've cut up about half. You need 2 cups to make a good size pizza for 4 with 8 slices. I always eat this by myself, so I make the crust and I put it in the refrigerator. It is not good warmed up. So if you're eating it alone, just go ahead and make the whole crust. Eat part of the crust this time and part next time. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and peel off the greenery. And then I'm going to use all the rest. I'm just going to cut it up with my knife. You can use a blender and just pulse it. You can use your food processor, whatever you have. So I'm just going to very thinly slice just a little bit. Then I'm going to turn it over on the side. And that rice, it's called ricing. It makes it like rice. Remove the green leaves. And you may hear a few little peeps here and there. I have put my babies to bed. I have some brand new baby chickens, and I covered them up so they could take a nap. Covered them up with a towel so they could take a little nap while I'm working. They all were about ready to have a nap anyway, and I needed them to be quiet. But I'm serious about my prepping for the future and having food. So I got some little chickens. This is my first time. So you might want to think about that too. Alright, so all I have left is this big piece. So I'm going to continue to slice very thinly. After you get it done, there's still going to be some pieces that are not all the way chopped. I'm just going to run my knife through it. So I'm going to hold my knife and I'm going to rock it back and forth. So I finished chopping, and what I'm going to do is use my fingers to strain the cauliflower to get the smaller pieces in the bowl, and then I'll continue to chop the larger pieces. So I have chopped up my cauliflower. It takes a little bit of time with a knife, and you might want to go ahead and put it in the blender and pulse it, or in the food processor. So next I'm going to add my eggs. I have 2 eggs. This is 2 cups of cauliflower. I'm going to add 2 eggs. I'm just going to mix them up and then just stir it all together. Now I have my mozzarella cheese. This is half a bag because I did make the other half of the bag with this. So you need 2 cups of mozzarella cheese, And I am going to reserve, because this bag is 4 cups, I'm just going to reserve some for the top of my pizza, just a little bit. And again, I'm just going to stir. And my oven is set for 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Now for this, you're going to have to put it on some parchment paper, or maybe tinfoil or something like that, just to keep it from sticking, because it will stick to your pan because of the mozzarella cheese. Don't put any salt in it because the mozzarella cheese is plenty salty, and you don't need any salt in any of this. Now, since I'm going to make this just for myself, I'm just going to make a small pan, and I have cut out my parchment paper to fit in the bottom. So I'm just going to put the cauliflower mixture in my pan. So I have it all in my pan, and I'm just going to put it in the oven and bake it until it starts turning brown. I don't want it to burn, but I want it to be a little toasty. So I usually bake it for 10 minutes or so, and then I turn on the broiler just to get it done a little quicker. And while that's baking, I'm going to go ahead and prepare the rest of my ingredients, what I'm going to put on the top. This is a pizza. Make it how you want. Now, if you're going to present this to your children as a pizza, that may not work. It did not work for mine. He said, this doesn't taste like a pizza. And it doesn't. It's really much, much better than a pizza. And so, you might want to present it as a veggie pie. So what I'm going to make is onions and mushrooms, and I have some greens from the garden, kind of like spinach, that I'm going to add. And if you have some leftover meat that you'd like to add, some hamburger or Italian sausage, even chicken, whatever you normally put on a pizza, you can put on this. Okay, so my pizza crust is ready, and I went ahead and put it under the broiler for just a few minutes until it got a little toasty on the top. I've got my toppings ready, my onions, my mushrooms, and my greens, and so we're going to top the pizza. So first I'm going to add a little spaghetti sauce. You can use pizza sauce if you like. You only need a little bit, just a couple tablespoons. And then your cheese. Onions, and this is a small onion from my garden, and I just like to load it with onions. And then my mushrooms and greens. So now I've got it all ready to go back into the oven. And I'm just going to cook it until everything looks done and it starts to get a little toasty on the top. So I put it back in to bake at 400 degrees. So I wanted to get rid of some of my carbs, and this has just been amazing. I used to make a pizza crust made out of cream cheese, and Parmesan cheese, and it was pretty good. But this is phenomenal. I really hope you'll try it, whether you want to cut out carbs or not. I think this is way better than a regular pizza. So here's my pizza right out of the oven. And I did put it on broil for a little bit just to make it toasty on top. So let's give it a taste. So like I said, it's not exactly like a pizza, but you could call it a veggie pie, and it is phenomenal. I adore it, and I'm sure you will too. There's no one like you. I can't wait for the times with you. I imagine the things we do. I just wanna be loved by you. So like, subscribe, and